Guys, this Viking environment here, okay? There's even a summer version. I'll show you. It's really cool. It's made by a sensational company, which is Leartes Studios. And guys, they have a mega discount that blew my mind when I saw it. To start with, well, I've already got these environments here. I'll show you, okay? There are several environments for you to use. Because let's say you want to create a 3D scene, then you want to create a game, create anything, a story, a clip, you can use it. And the discount they brought this time is really awesome. So they're here with this spring, which is for spring, right? So they have this spring discount on this Unreal Engine bundle that brings, man, just look at the amount of 3D items, of incredible complete environments that you have. Just this environment that I'm going to show you, actually, I'll show you three. Each of them would cost separately. Look, this first Viking one is $289, and then there are others in the range of $159, $79. And they're selling all of this for $100. But I managed to talk to them and I got a discount. So you get 50% off that price. So it becomes, let me just show you right here. If you take a look, it even says purchase again, right? So let's go over here and I'll click on the button that says I want this. And then down here, I'll go ahead and put in the discount code, which is NV50. You can see how easy it is to do this just by following these steps. And then you'll apply it, which is Neriverse 50, right? And then you'll have a 50% discount and it'll come out to $50, something that the pack, the price is $99, but that's already the discounted price. If you add all of this up, it comes to $5,000. $5,422. It's going for $99. Actually, less than $99 with my coupon. So go down here in the description, get this pack. And if you don't want to get it, I'll just show three here. And what's the big advantage? I've been talking a lot about artificial intelligence, about you generating your own items, about you also modeling your own items. And none of that replaces the very high quality we have in 3D items that are sold separately. Because think about it, here I have a ready-made optimized environment with, you know, all this topology part. In other words, how the items are made already very beautiful, you know, already well made, all well structured, ready here for the game. So you can take this ready-made asset and use it in your own game, and then either the item or whatever you want to create. So it's really cool. I'll show three, okay? NV50. Very, very awesome, man. I thought this was really cool. And so the simple fact that you suddenly using, because these items, it's not that you'll use everything. You don't need to use them 100% ready, okay? You can simply use something that you saw on the map. I'll open up the summer version of the Viking. And then I'll leave for last one that I found, man, really beautiful, which is the prettiest of them all, which is a cyberpunk restaurant, sci-fi, that technology stuff, and Cyberpunk 2077. Man, the coolest thing is that sometimes a set of items that you have, even in my game, I use a lot of decals, which are like details that you put in your game. They're like, items are like, I think those who are familiar know, but those are like stickers, you know, that you drag onto the map. And I'll try to find one here to show, but I don't think this pack has it. But there are several decals that I got from a bundle I bought of this one with a discount a while back. And man, to this day, I go back to that bundle, open it, see some items that are there, and I end up putting something in my game because, man, making from scratch something that's sometimes already done of a much higher quality, you don't need to. Sometimes it's something you don't need. So here, for example, we have this Viking setting. And as I said, one little thing sometimes already pays off. If you think, man, how did they make this water? Ah, man, this landscape is cool, how it was made, right? And notice that it's an actual landscape. So it's not a 3D item, meaning in here, you can modify it. Man, this is really cool. Here with this setting, you already have the story of a game. So you can do whatever you want in here. I can imagine some stories where you can walk through this setting and then add some mission. It's already quite complete in that sense. And especially taking into account that here we have a winter version. So this takes a lot of work, you know? Taking a setting and adapting it, not in a runtime way, meaning not while the game is happening, right? Because it ends up being heavier to transition the setting to winter, but already ready, established, so you can do whatever you want. Look how cool. Man, this by itself is already cool as heck. Not to mention that, as I said, sometimes you don't want the other things in the setting. Sometimes you want this Viking boat here to put, I don't know, in another scene where you have a museum, you know? It's up to your creativity. And then, when you get these various items here, look, because there are several settings, look. There's a spaceship, there's a cathedral, there are 2 cathedrals here, there's a Mayan temple, the Mayan caves, a Japanese street. There are also stylized ones. It's not just realistic. There's sci-fi, a robot factory, there's a medieval temple. Look at all this stuff. A medieval church with a graveyard. There's also an amusement park. Is that it? Christmas. Oh, okay, with a Christmas theme. And there's also a sunken ship. Wow, there's really a lot of stuff, and there's no way whatever you're working on, whatever project it is, won't make good use of these items, because at least one item here will serve you. And I'd say even more, okay? And for that alone, it's already worth it, because you'll have these items, you'll be placing them, using them in your game, adapting them. If you're a more demanding person and you want suddenly, you know, for some reason your project is a bit more finicky there, you have to adapt it well, so you can take the item, also do the reparenting, you know, like change there what the parent material is, take the textures and organize them your own way. It'll still be worth it, because you'll see that several of these will bring very high quality items, very well modeled. Some will be simpler, okay? But also not every game or project or item you're going to use needs to be that specific item, right? Man, say you want orange juice, man. So you want an orange juice, it's right there. Orange juice, like orange juice. It's basically that, you know? A little market, you have it. So, man, look, it's really cool, you know? But okay, I'm showing it here. It's much more interesting to keep showing it inside Unreal, right? And the payment is simplified. There you put the card. Gumroad is an official site, okay? This is where they sell through here, because they can have easier fees and such and distribute to the community. They get more access. So the official link for both Leartes Studios and their page will be here in the description on this Gumroad. After you get it, it's available for you to download. That's it. There's not much to it, okay? So you go there, get the item, and after you've already bought it, it goes into your, what is it, library, your library, man, item library. So it's very simplified and very much worth it. So there are these 2 maps here, which are from the Viking map, and it brings these variations with several items. Look, if I select it here and I go to static mesh, just to give us an idea, there are 285 items. And look, man, if you want an axe for your project, there's an axe here for your project. Viking axe, look, with the nice writing and such, look, very well modeled. If you want even better quality, you can do upscaling, a technique that I've also already taught in a video here. And I'm preparing a new video about that. Trees, all themed, look, armor, things that you can also use to put on characters and so on. The second one I want to show is here also as an example, a mansion, an abandoned mansion. And while it's loading there, let me just show you this here. Look, after you buy it, okay, you go to a library area and you basically have this here, look. You have the item to download. Here it goes straight to your library and you can download it whenever you want. But when you download it, the little project is there. Just open it, migrate it, do that classic process I show in my course, and that those who are already familiar know how to do easily. Okay? Look. Here are the items I already have in my account, and I can simply take them, look, click, and then it already brings the facilitated download. Easy as heck, good as heck. Look, let me come here, look, and I have this abandoned mansion that with this here, they can create the showcase that brings all this. Look at that, how cool. And in here, you can already imagine a series of stories, a series of cool things, right? And on the outside, of course, right? Since the logic is the scenery inside, the outside might be something not very pretty. Cool, right? And then let's go to the last one. Just before the last one, I have to say, okay, that all the links you need are here in the description. Don't forget to put NV50 to get half the discount. Half the discount, no. Half the price, which is the discount, which is practically half of half, right? And here we have the restaurant that for some reason here I don't have the full map, so I'll open it separately. Guys, just look at this map right here. Seriously, man, take a look. No, this here really, when I opened it, man, it's very beautiful. The lighting, the items, what you can use as well. right? The simple fact of having this vegetation, you can use this vegetation that already brings a wind there. Wow, well set up, well configured. I thought it was some particle, but no, look. It's really from the scenery itself, it's well set up. Very cool, this vegetation. Man, it was really worth it. This here is really worth it. Very cool. And then you can replicate it, right? Look, it already comes all separated. I pressed Control B. Then it went straight to the item library. I can just drag and bring it. Let me move it over here. Of course, you have to set the lights, right? It doesn't come with the light. But it's basically that. You keep dragging, placing, and creating the scenery the way you want. I thought it was very cool. It's here in the description. If you like it, of course, leave a like, and we'll keep talking here whenever there's some news, some promotion like this that I think is worth it. I'll bring it here to the channel, okay? The links are in the description. A big hug. Bye-bye. I'm out.